Tomorrow, December 28th, 2024, is a moment that stands apart from all others, a time destined to shape the very course of your life. It's not just a regular day on the calendar, but a pivotal moment, one that calls you to action, to step forward in alignment with the divine path laid out for you. There's a stirring in your spirit, an anticipation, an awareness that something transformative is on the horizon. If you feel this deep inside you, know that it is not by chance. It is the universe preparing you for a shift, a significant change that is set to unfold in your life. As you stand at the threshold of this day, you might already sense the energy building within you. There is a decision waiting for you, one that could propel you toward your higher calling. It's not simply about December 28th itself, but the clarity it offers, the invitation it brings to move closer to the purpose that has been calling you for so long. You may feel overwhelmed, uncertain, perhaps even afraid of what lies ahead. Yet, these emotions, though natural, are not meant to stop you. They are there to remind you of the immense growth and transformation that awaits. In this moment, as a chosen one, it's crucial to understand that your journey is not like that of others. You've likely encountered experiences that have felt uniquely challenging, tailored specifically to shape you, to refine your faith, and to build your character. These moments, though difficult, have been necessary to prepare you for the path that only you are destined to walk. This journey requires clarity, faith, and above all, action. And tomorrow, as you approach December 28th, you are called to act, called to make a choice, to embrace the path ahead with unwavering trust. It's easy to question your readiness, to wonder whether you are enough or if you will fail. These doubts, though powerful, do not define you. God has equipped you with everything you need to take the next step. Your fears, your uncertainties, they are part of the process, but they do not hold the power to determine your future. The only question that remains is whether you will step forward with faith, knowing that He has already prepared the way. This moment is a divine invitation, a chance to move closer to the life you've been designed to live. It's not about a magical date, but about what happens when you say yes to God's call. Each step you take, even in fear, even in doubt, brings you closer to the blessings that have been waiting for you. And sometimes, those blessings begin with small, quiet shifts, subtle changes in the direction of your life that set in motion a series of events far beyond what you can imagine. Reflect for a moment on the times in your life when you felt a clear pull, a call to make a decision, to step into something new. Perhaps you responded with faith, or maybe you hesitated. But whatever you did, those moments are reminders that God is at work in your life, moving things into place to guide you toward your destiny. But let's be honest, this journey is not easy. Being a chosen one comes with its own unique set of challenges. There will be moments of silence, times when God feels distant, and seasons where you face trials that seem impossible to overcome. Yet it is precisely in those moments that your faith is strengthened. Just as gold is refined by fire, so too are you being purified through these struggles. Each challenge, each trial is refining you, removing the impurities that would otherwise hinder your progress. This is the work of God within you, shaping you into the person you are meant to become. As you prepare for tomorrow, take a moment to reflect on the things you need to release. What is holding you back? Is it fear of failure, self-doubt, or a reluctance to step into the unknown? Often the greatest obstacles we face are not external, but internal. We hold on to old habits, mindsets, and fears that prevent us from embracing the fullness of what God has in store for us. Tomorrow is your opportunity to let go of those chains, to release the things that have been weighing you down, and to step forward with renewed purpose and vision. This is also a time to reflect on the promises that God has made to you. In Jeremiah 29:11, God tells us that His plans for us are good, that He intends to prosper us, not harm us, to give us a future and a hope. Trusting in these promises means surrendering the need to control every detail of your life and allowing God to take the lead. It's about stepping out in faith even when the full picture is not clear, and knowing that God will make a way where there seems to be none. Tomorrow may seem daunting, but it's an opportunity to lean into God's provision, to trust that He is already there, waiting for you to move forward in faith. The reality is that time is precious. We often convince ourselves that there will always be more time to make decisions, to change, to act. But the truth is, time is fleeting, and every moment is a gift. Tomorrow is a wake-up call to seize the opportunities God has placed before you. It's not about rushing or forcing outcomes, but about being intentional with the time you've been given. It's about living with purpose, embracing each moment as it comes, and trusting that God will guide you through each step. You are not alone in this journey. As a chosen one, you are part of a greater community, a family bound together by faith and purpose. The struggles you face are shared by others, and the victories you experience are celebrated by the collective body of believers. Lean into this community for strength, encouragement, and support as you walk the path laid out for you. You are part of something far greater than yourself, and your journey is connected to the journeys of others, in ways you may not yet fully understand. Now, as you stand on the edge of this new chapter, take a moment to reflect, to pray, and to prepare your heart. God is calling you forward, and tomorrow is your chance to respond. The road ahead may be uncertain, but with God by your side, you can walk boldly into the future He has prepared for you. The best is yet to come. If this message resonates with you, if you feel called to take the next step in faith, I encourage you to comment below with Amen and to subscribe to the Wisdom Ones channel. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to the Wisdom Ones channel. Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. Thank you for being a part of this community, for trusting in the wisdom shared here, and for stepping into your divine purpose. The journey you've been walking has led you here, to this very moment. All the trials, all the waiting, all the uncertainty, it hasn't been for nothing. It has been shaping you, preparing you in ways you might not even realize yet. You've walked through darkness, faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, and felt the weight of your calling at times too heavy to bear. But through it all, you've made it this far. Why? Because you were chosen. And being chosen is not about perfection. It's about your willingness to keep going, to keep trusting even when the path is unclear, even when you feel like you're not enough. And that's how you know that you're made to be leaders. God doesn't require you to have all the answers. He doesn't expect you to be flawless. In fact, it is in our imperfections that His strength is made perfect. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be faithful. Faithfulness is what makes you stand out as one of the chosen ones. It's the quiet trust in His plan when you can't see the whole picture. The courage to take the next step even when the road ahead is shrouded in fog. That's what this journey is about. It's about stepping out in faith, day by day, trusting that God is with you, even when you don't know how the story will unfold. The life of a lifetimer. As you look ahead to tomorrow, there's a sense of anticipation stirring within you. You can feel it in your bones. You know something big is coming, though you may not understand exactly what it is yet. It's easy to wonder, am I ready for this? Am I prepared for what's ahead? Those questions are natural, but don't let them paralyze you. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready for what God has in store, and that's okay. His plan doesn't require you to have everything figured out. It simply requires your trust, your obedience, and your willingness to step into the unknown with Him by your side. It's easy to want certainty. It's tempting to demand that God show you the entire path before you take the first step. But often, the most significant moments in our lives don't come with a clear roadmap. They come quietly, unexpectedly, requiring nothing more than our faith to step forward into them. Tomorrow is one of those moments. You may not see it yet, but tomorrow holds a divine weight unlike any other day. It's not just another day on the calendar. It's a moment that has been crafted for you, a moment that has been written into the fabric of your story from the beginning. It's an appointment with destiny, one that you've been preparing for your entire life. Every prayer you've whispered, every moment of doubt you've faced, every time you've wondered if you were on the right path, it's all been part of this divine preparation. The journey of a chosen one isn't easy. You've faced your doubts, your fears, your moments of questioning. But through it all, God has been with you, guiding you, strengthening you. He's been equipping you for this very moment, this day that's approaching. You might not feel ready, but God doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. He doesn't wait for you to have all the skills or answers before He moves. He calls you first. And then, as you take the steps in faith, He equips you with everything you need. Tomorrow may not bring the dramatic breakthrough you've been hoping for, but it will bring something just as important: the next step. That's all you need. You may not see the full picture, but tomorrow will bring clarity for the next chapter in your life. The questions you've been carrying, the prayers you've been praying, they will start to align. And as you step forward, you'll begin to see how each moment of your journey has prepared you for this divine appointment. Remember, faith isn't about seeing the whole staircase. It's about taking the first step, even when you can't see the rest of the path. That's what being a chosen one is all about. Moving forward in faith, trusting that God will provide the light you need, even when the path ahead is still shrouded in mystery. As you stand on the edge of tomorrow, take a moment to reflect on the journey that's brought you here. You've been shaped, molded, refined for this moment. The doubts you've faced, the fears you've overcome, they've all been part of your preparation. You are more ready than you think, even if it doesn't feel that way right now. And when tomorrow comes, you will see it for what it is: a divine invitation to move forward in faith, trusting that God has gone ahead of you, preparing the way. The path ahead may still feel uncertain, the questions may still linger, but don't let them hold you back. God is with you, and He is guiding you every step of the way. You don't need to know everything right now. You only need to know that you are not alone. Tomorrow will not come with all the answers, but it will bring clarity for the next step, and that is enough. So, chosen one, as you face tomorrow, remember, you are exactly where you need to be. This is not a random moment, this is a divine appointment. Everything you've experienced thus far has been preparation for this day. You are ready, even if you don't feel it. God has already gone ahead of you, and His plans for you are good. Step forward in faith, knowing that He is with you, guiding you, and preparing you for what's to come. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, Amen, if you're ready to step forward in faith. And if this message resonated with you, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to the Wisdom Ones channel. Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. You may not fully see it yet, but tomorrow is not just another day. It's not just the passing of time. It's a divine moment, set apart from every other moment that has come before. God has been preparing you for this. Every challenge you've faced, every trial you've endured, every tear you've shed has been part of a greater plan. You are not walking this path by chance. You are here because of God's purpose. He has been guiding you, shaping you, and making you ready for this next step, even in ways you couldn't comprehend. It's a quiet preparation, but one that has been building up to this very moment. And while tomorrow may seem like just another day on the calendar, in the divine plan, it holds significance far beyond what you may expect. Tomorrow isn't about having all the answers or understanding everything in a single instant. It's about moving forward in faith, trusting that God is already ahead of you, making a way where there seems to be no way. It's about taking the next step with the assurance that His timing is perfect and that you are exactly where you need to be. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You don't need to know the end of the story. But you are called to trust in the journey. Step by step, moment by moment, God is unfolding His plan for you. And tomorrow is another piece of that beautiful puzzle. When you walk forward, you walk not just with the strength of your own will, but with the strength of the one who has called you. You are not alone. Even in those quiet moments when it seems like everything is still, God is with you. His presence is a whisper in your heart, guiding you in ways you might not always see, but can always feel. Trust that He is there, even when the road ahead seems uncertain, even when your doubts cloud your vision. The journey of the chosen one is not one of perfection, but one of trust. It's not about having all the answers. It's about choosing to walk in obedience, knowing that the answers will come in their own time. As you face tomorrow, take a deep breath. Don't let fear overwhelm you. The unknown can be a daunting place, but it's also the space where God works the most. The unknown is where faith is born, where trust grows, and where your reliance on God becomes more evident. Every question you have, every uncertainty you face, is an opportunity for God to show His faithfulness. You are not asked to walk through the unknown alone. You are not asked to face it with your own strength. You are asked to trust that God will provide what you need when you need it. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. The path may not always be clear, but with God you are equipped for whatever lies ahead. There will be moments tomorrow, maybe even today, where you'll feel the weight of the decisions you are making. You may question yourself, wondering if you're ready for what's coming. It's okay to feel uncertain, but let that uncertainty be the invitation to lean deeper into God's presence. Let it be the reminder that you are not meant to walk this path alone. You have the support of the community that God has placed around you. There are those who will encourage you, pray for you, and walk with you. Don't shy away from these relationships. Don't isolate yourself in your fears and doubts. You are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are part of a community of chosen ones, each walking their own path, but all heading in the same direction, toward God's purpose. Sometimes the hardest moments of the journey are the ones that feel like they're too much to bear. When the road is steep and the obstacles seem insurmountable, it's easy to feel like you're failing. But those moments are not signs of defeat. They are signs of growth. They are refining you, shaping you, making you into the person God has called you to be. Just as gold is refined in the fire, so your faith is being refined in the challenges you face. When you choose to step forward, even when you feel weak, you are choosing to trust in the one who is making you stronger. It's in those moments that God's grace becomes most evident. When you feel like you can't go on, remember that He is holding you, carrying you, and guiding you every step of the way. And as you move forward, remember that you don't have to see the whole road ahead. You don't have to understand every twist and turn. God's plan is not about revealing everything at once. It's about trusting Him with the next step. He doesn't ask you to know everything, but He does ask you to trust Him. Trust that He knows what's best for you. Trust that He is leading you exactly where you need to go, even if the way doesn't always make sense to you. Your role is not to figure it all out, but to trust in the one who has already gone ahead of you and prepared the way. God's plan for you is perfect, and He is faithful to bring it to completion. You are part of that plan, and every step you take in faith brings you closer to the fulfillment of His will. When the weight of the world feels heavy, remember that you are not carrying it alone. God has surrounded you with a community of believers who are walking this journey with you. Reach out to them when you need strength. Don't try to carry the load on your own. The chosen ones are not meant to walk alone. We are called to support one another, to encourage each other, to lift each other up when we fall. In the moments of doubt, you will find strength in the community God has placed around you. And in the moments of triumph, you will have the opportunity to lift others up. This is the beauty of the body of Christ. It's not just about you, it's about us, together. Tomorrow is not just another day. It is the next step in the journey that God has called you to. It's a day filled with potential, with opportunity, with the promise of what is to come. You don't have to have everything figured out, but you do have to trust. Trust that God is in control. Trust that He is guiding you. Trust that He is making a way for you. And as you move forward, know that you are not alone. You are part of a bigger story, a story that is unfolding with every step you take. Your life has purpose, and you are on the path that leads to the fulfillment of God's will. So, chosen one, As you approach tomorrow, take a deep breath and step forward in faith. Know that God is with you every step of the way, and when you feel uncertain, remember that your faith doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Keep trusting, keep walking, and keep leaning into the one who has called you. Your journey is just beginning, and with God's guidance, there is nothing you cannot face. If this message has touched your heart, I invite you to comment Amen below and subscribe to the Wisdom Ones channel so that you can continue receiving spiritual guidance and encouragement. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to the Wisdom Ones channel. Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. Let's continue to walk forward together, chosen ones. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, and know that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. God bless you. As you stand at the threshold of tomorrow, it's essential to reflect on the journey that has brought you here. Every challenge, every moment of uncertainty, every time you've faced doubt or fear, has been an integral part of the divine plan that God has carefully crafted just for you. There is no random path or coincidence in the way your life has unfolded. Every twist and turn, every high and low, every instance of joy and sorrow has been a stepping stone toward your growth and ultimate awakening. These moments of struggle are not there to punish you, but to refine and shape you into the person you are meant to become. The reality you are living today is the culmination of all those experiences. And though the path may have seemed unclear at times, each step has led you to this very point, a moment of profound transformation. There are times when you might question the direction you're heading, especially when things don't seem to make sense. But trust that God's timing is never off. His plan for your life is not bound by the constraints of time or circumstance. It is perfect, and His hand is always guiding you, even when you can't immediately see the way forward. He is always weaving the threads of your life with love, wisdom, and purpose. Though the picture may not be fully clear to you now, trust that every moment is a vital part of the masterpiece God is creating. The pieces of your story, both the difficult and the joyous, are part of a divine tapestry that only God fully understands. You may not see how it all fits together, but He does. As you walk forward with faith, you're stepping into a future far beyond what your human mind can comprehend. The challenges you face, the heartaches you endure, and the lessons you learn along the way are all contributing to a greater purpose that is unfolding at the perfect time. In moments of doubt, remember that God's plan is far grander than any of us can fathom, and each step, even when it feels uncertain, is leading you towards something far greater. The key is to walk forward with trust in His guidance, knowing that the reality you're stepping into will surpass any expectations you might have for yourself. God is leading you towards something remarkable, even if you can't yet see it clearly. The journey of a chosen one is not defined by a single destination, but rather by the path itself. It's not about reaching a specific point in time or achieving a particular goal. It is about the steady, continual act of moving forward with trust, with faith, and with the confidence that every step brings you closer to becoming the person God has designed you to be. In this journey, there is no final moment of arrival, because each moment of growth, each decision, and each experience continues to shape you, molding you into the fullness of who you are meant to become. For many, the question may arise, when will I know I am on the right path? The answer is not always immediate, nor is it always loud and clear. The answers to your deepest questions may not come in grand, dramatic bursts of revelation or in a single transformative event. Instead, they often arrive in the quiet, gentle moments, the moments when you are alone with your thoughts, when the world slows down, and your spirit is at peace. It is in the stillness of your heart, the calm of your soul, that the divine guidance begins to make its presence known. The truth does not always manifest itself in ways we expect or desire, but rather it reveals itself in the quiet unfolding of God's will over time. The subtle whispers of divine wisdom speak not in loud proclamations, but in the silent moments of reflection, in the peace that fills your heart when you are aligned with your higher purpose. This is where the real transformation happens, quietly yet powerfully. Each decision you make, whether large or small, carries within it the potential to draw you closer to the divine purpose God has set before you. It's not always about making the perfect decision, but about trusting that, even in the midst of uncertainty, God is guiding you. He is leading you, even in the moments when you don't have all the answers or when you feel unsure of the next step. The process of walking forward, of trusting the journey, is what ultimately aligns you with the divine path. It's important to remember that every step, no matter how seemingly insignificant, holds meaning. Every challenge, every triumph, every quiet moment of surrender is shaping you into the person you are becoming. And while the world may not always understand or acknowledge the depth of your journey, know that in the eyes of God, each small step is a part of His great, perfect plan for your life. Every single movement forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose and to the person you are destined to be. You are not walking this path alone. Even when it feels as though you are navigating the journey by yourself, rest assured that God's presence is ever with you, guiding you with unfailing love, even in the times when you can't feel it, or when the road ahead seems unclear. He is there, walking beside you, offering His support and wisdom. His guidance is not always loud or obvious, but it is constant, like a steady whisper that remains in the background of your life, drawing you toward His divine purpose for you. In your moments of triumph, when you feel on top of the world and everything seems to fall into place, He is with you, celebrating your victories. But just as importantly, He is also with you in your struggles, your doubts, and your moments of confusion. In both the clarity and the uncertainty, God's hand is at work, shaping you, teaching you, and preparing you for what lies ahead. The journey you are on is not meant to be easy, but it is meant to refine you, to help you grow stronger in faith and deeper in understanding of His will for your life. The key to moving forward is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting in the One who holds all the answers. The journey of a chosen one is not about achieving perfection or figuring everything out on your own. It's about leaning into the divine wisdom that is available to you, even when it feels as though you are walking through a fog of uncertainty. Trusting God is not always about having a clear vision of the future. It's about knowing that He sees the big picture, and that with every step you take, He is leading you closer to His plan for your life. Genesis chapter 6 verse 9 says, "Your journey is unique, just as your relationship with God is uniquely yours." It may seem unclear at times, filled with questions and moments where you cannot see where the road is leading. But even in those moments of uncertainty, trust that each step, each decision, and each experience is part of a much bigger plan. A plan that God has been unfolding specifically for you, one that is tailor-made for your life and your purpose. You may not see the full picture now, and that is okay. God's timing is perfect, and His plan for you is far greater than you could ever imagine. Every step of faith, every act of surrender, brings you closer to understanding the depth of the purpose He has for your life. Even when you cannot see the entire path before you, trust that He is guiding you in the right direction, and with every act of obedience, you are moving closer to the fullness of your destiny. Remember that your journey is not just about reaching a destination, but about walking with God every step of the way. It is through your faith, your trust, and your willingness to surrender to His will that you are being shaped into the person you are called to be. Trust in the process, even when you don't have all the answers, and know that every moment of your journey is leading you to a deeper understanding of who you are in Him and the divine purpose He has for your life. As you reflect on the journey you are on, remember that you are not alone. Your path is a sacred one, guided by God's divine plan. Trust in His timing, trust in His presence, and continue to walk forward in faith. If this message has resonated with you, I invite you to comment Amen below and share your thoughts. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Wisdom Ones channel so you can continue to receive inspiring messages like this one. Your support through Super Thanks means so much to the Wisdom Ones channel, Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. Stay blessed and know that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust in God's timing, for it is never early, nor is it ever late. It is always exactly as it needs to be. There are times in life when we find ourselves questioning whether we are on the right path. We look at those around us, and it seems as if everyone else is moving forward with ease, achieving their goals effortlessly, while we are left with feelings of uncertainty, confusion, and doubt. It is easy to compare ourselves to others and wonder why we are not advancing at the same pace. However, it is important to remember that God's timing is perfect, and His plan for us is far beyond our comprehension. While we may feel like we are stuck in a moment of waiting or wandering, it's in these very moments that God is working within us. He is shaping us, refining us, and preparing us for the next stage of our lives. We may not understand the process or the reasons behind our struggles, but each step, even the difficult ones, is part of God's plan. He is teaching us valuable lessons, building our character, and equipping us with the strength and resilience we will need for what lies ahead. The moment you find yourself in right now is not a mistake. It is not a time of pause or wasted time. This is a moment that God has intentionally designed to help you grow. Every experience you are going through is leading you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. Every challenge you face, every unanswered question, and every moment of doubt is serving to prepare you for the greater things God has in store for you. We often feel pressured to move faster, to achieve more, and to have all the answers now. But God's plan is not hurried. He knows exactly when you are ready, and He will reveal what you need in His perfect timing. Trust that your journey is unfolding just as it should. The things you are waiting for, the dreams you are working toward, will come to fruition in due time. And when they do, you will look back and see how every step, every moment of waiting, was part of a grand design that brought you to where you are meant to be. The path of the chosen one is not an easy one, but it is the path that leads to life. It is the path that demands more than just superficial commitment. It requires trust, surrender, and obedience to a higher calling. It calls you to move beyond your comfort zone, to stretch yourself and grow in ways you never thought possible. The road ahead may be unclear, the destination uncertain, and the trials numerous. But the beauty of this path lies not in its ease, but in the profound purpose it carries. Every step you take, though challenging, brings you closer to fulfilling the divine plan for your life. Trust is a central element on this journey. Trust in God's guidance even when you cannot see the full picture. Trust that every twist and turn, every moment of uncertainty, is part of a grand design that is being woven together just for you. There will be times when doubt tries to creep in, when you question whether you're on the right path or if you're strong enough to continue. But in those moments, remember that God's presence is never far from you. He is walking with you every step of the way, even when you can't feel it. His voice is often gentle, His guidance subtle, but His love for you is unwavering and constant. Surrender is another essential part of this journey. To walk the path of the chosen one, you must let go of your need for control. Surrender your plans, your desires, and your expectations to God. This does not mean you abandon your dreams or stop working toward your goals, but rather it means releasing your need to dictate the outcome. Trust that God knows what is best for you, and that His plans for your life are far greater than anything you could imagine. The act of surrender allows you to be open to His will, to receive the blessings He has prepared for you, and to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Obedience is the third pillar that supports this journey. To be obedient is to listen attentively to God's call, even when it leads you into unknown territory. It means following His instructions without hesitation, knowing that He is leading you toward your highest good. Obedience can be difficult, especially when it challenges your desires or takes you down a path that feels unfamiliar or uncomfortable. But remember, God does not call you to walk alone. He will equip you with everything you need to succeed on this journey. He provides the wisdom, strength, and courage to take each step in faith, even when it feels daunting. His grace is sufficient for you, and in moments of weakness, His strength will shine through, carrying you forward. As you walk this path, it is important to remember that you are never alone. God's presence is with you, guiding you, supporting you, and loving you every step of the way. Even in the moments of hardship, know that He is refining you, preparing you, and leading you toward a destiny that only you can fulfill. The chosen one's journey is not easy, but it is a journey filled with purpose, hope, and the promise of greater things to come. Stay faithful, trust in God's timing, surrender to His will, and obey His voice, for this is the path that leads to life, abundant, fulfilling, and eternal. Tomorrow holds the potential to be a breakthrough moment, a moment that could change the course of your life, but it will require something from you. Courage. It will require the bravery to face the unknown, to step forward into the uncertainty with unwavering faith in God's plan. In those moments when the future seems unclear, when the weight of decisions feels heavy, remember that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to press on despite it. The courage to move forward is rooted in the knowledge that you are not walking this path alone. You may feel the pressure of the decisions that lie ahead. There may be moments of doubt when the road seems daunting and the next step uncertain. It's natural to feel overwhelmed in such times, but these moments are often the very ones that lead to growth and breakthrough. It's in facing the unknown that you discover what you're truly capable of. And while it may seem like you're standing on the edge of something significant, remember that God is with you. He has already walked ahead of you, preparing the way, and He will give you the strength you need to take each step. What makes this journey even more beautiful and powerful is that you are not walking alone. You are part of a larger family, a community of believers, a group of chosen ones who are all walking similar paths, each facing their own struggles and victories. This shared journey creates a bond, a connection that can help carry you through the toughest moments. When you feel weak, turn to your brothers and sisters in faith. Lean on them when you need support, and allow them to lean on you when they are in need of encouragement. There is strength in numbers, and together you can face anything that comes your way. This community, this family of chosen ones, is a gift. We are meant to walk together, to support one another, and to lift each other up. No one is meant to carry the burden of life alone. In times of joy, share it. In times of sorrow, let others be there to comfort you. The beauty of the journey of a chosen one is that it is not only about personal growth and transformation. It is about growing together, becoming stronger as a collective. There is something incredibly powerful about the bond that forms when we support each other in our faith and our purpose. Diversity. Together we are stronger. Together we can face the challenges that lie ahead. When the obstacles seem insurmountable, when the road is unclear, remember that you are not facing them alone. The courage you need is already within you, and when you unite with others who share your faith, your strength multiplies. As you move forward, step by step, trust that the support you need is there, and the guidance you seek will come. There is power in unity, and when we face the unknown together, we are equipped to conquer any challenge that lies ahead. Your calling is uniquely yours, crafted with care and purpose by the Creator of the universe. It is not something that was chosen by chance or coincidence, but by divine design, a calling that is intricately woven into the very fabric of your being. God has placed this calling on your life, and even when you cannot see the entire picture, He has already laid out the path for you. Though you may not fully comprehend what lies ahead, trust that every step you take is guided by His wisdom, and He will equip you with everything you need to fulfill this purpose. There will be times when you feel uncertain, moments when the road ahead appears unclear or difficult to navigate. It's natural to feel this way, especially when you are stepping into new territories or facing challenges that seem beyond your abilities. But in those moments, remember that God's plan for your life is far greater than anything you could have imagined. His vision for you surpasses your own understanding, and His wisdom is beyond comprehension. When the path seems unclear, trust in the One who sees the entire journey from beginning to end. His perspective is perfect and His timing is flawless. God has already prepared the way for you. Every detail of your life has been thought out. every challenge designed to shape you, every joy meant to uplift you. The path may not always be easy. There will be moments of struggle, uncertainty, and even hardship. However, it is important to remember that these moments are not in vain. They are part of the process that God uses to refine you, to strengthen your character, and to prepare you for the incredible purpose He has for your life. Even when the journey feels difficult, keep your faith in the knowledge that it is always worth it. There is a greater reward on the other side of the challenges, a reward that cannot be measured by earthly standards, but is far richer and more fulfilling than anything you could ever achieve on your own. As you step into this next chapter of your life, take heart in knowing that you are not walking it alone. The one who called you is with you every step of the way, and He will continue to guide and strengthen you. He will provide you with the wisdom and the courage to face whatever lies ahead, and He will equip you with the tools you need to fulfill the calling He has placed on your life. It may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Trust in His plan, trust in His timing, and know that each step you take is bringing you closer to the purpose He has set for you. As you prepare for tomorrow, take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought you here. Think about the struggles you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the growth that has taken place in your life. Every moment, every challenge, every victory has been preparing you for what is to come. And tomorrow, as you face the decisions before you, remember that you are not walking alone. God is with you, guiding you, leading you to the next step in your journey. Take a deep breath. Trust in God's plan. Move forward in faith. Tomorrow may not be the grand, dramatic revelation that you expect, but it will be a pivotal moment. It will be a moment that confirms you are on the right path, that affirms the purpose God has placed on your life. It may be subtle, but it will be powerful. The decisions you make tomorrow, though they may seem small, will ripple through your life in ways that you cannot yet comprehend. You are chosen, and God has equipped you for everything that lies ahead. There will be moments of doubt, moments of uncertainty, but these are the moments where your faith will grow. These are the moments where God will refine you, strengthen you, and shape you into the person He has called you to be. Trust in His plan. Trust that He is guiding you every step of the way. As you move forward, remember that the journey of the chosen one is not about perfection. It's about obedience. It's about trust. It's about stepping forward even when the path is unclear, knowing that God is with you, guiding you, leading you to where you need to be. In closing, I want to encourage you to take a step of faith today. Trust in God's plan. Step forward in obedience. You are chosen, and you are not alone. God is with you, and He has equipped you for everything that lies ahead. As you walk this journey, remember that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are part of a community of believers, a family of chosen ones, all walking forward with faith, unity, and purpose. Tomorrow is not just another day. It is a moment of breakthrough, a moment of transformation, a moment of alignment with God's will. As you step into tomorrow, step forward with confidence, knowing that God has prepared the way for you. Trust in His guidance, trust in His timing, and know that with every step you take, you are moving closer to the fulfillment of His purpose for your life. If this message has touched your heart, I invite you to take a moment to comment Amen below. Let us know that you are walking forward in faith, trusting in God's plan for your life. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Wisdom One's channel. By subscribing, you are not just joining a channel, but a community of like-minded individuals who are seeking to walk in alignment with God's purpose. Together, we can support each other, encourage each other, and grow in our walk with God. Your support through Super Thanks means a lot to the Wisdom One's channel. Thank you so much for your generosity, and a special shout out to everyone who's already donated. It's because of your kindness that this message can reach those who need it the most. As you move forward into tomorrow, know that God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. You are chosen, and your journey is just beginning. Keep trusting, keep stepping forward, and know that you are never alone. God bless you.